And Doku. No video assistant referee in these African World Cup qualifiers. VAR, big blast of the spray. Really was a clumsy challenge. Scything down Doku. No video assistant referee in these African World Cup qualifiers. VAR. And keen to play out from the back. Just as well, because they're having trouble retaining possession when they play long, or even medium for that matter. Ball pass. And he got the decision. Keen to get a move on. That's the problem with the direct pass played into the centre circle. With pace. First touch has got to be perfect, just to draw the pace from the pass. Especially with ferocious marking. That's better. Not so much pace on that pass. Enabling and shooting to switch the direction of play. Igice. And that's well intercepted by Uoru. Not that time though. Here's a chance now for Rwanda. They're into the penalty area. Still with the yellow shirts for Rwanda. The Wasps are swarming. But it comes to nothing. Still, a rare opening. Rwanda showing one of their best periods of possession here. A fantastic control. Textbook stuff there by Andreas Huntonji. To Huntonji. Cuts inside. Running at his marker. Earns the corner kick. Well, that'll do. High fives in the Rwanda defence. Kavita, the man marshalling Huntonji. Very much a danger man. Scored 2 goals last October. Not in World Cup qualifying, but in Africa Cup of Nations qualifying. Scored goals in either game. Both games, I should say. Rwanda won at home, 2-1. Benin won. The other match, 3-0. Joel Dosu has gone over to take the corner from the left-hand side. And he's a right footer, expect an in-swinger. Good delivery. Won by Mounier, headed down. Cleared, relief in the Rwanda defence. Mounier easily winning his header. Well, that's his strong suit. Superb in the air, he really is. 189. Using every centimetre or inch to commandingly win that header. Half an hour gone. No goals. And very few chances. That just for Benin. Good control. Appended. And clever play by Olivier Verdon. 3 and shooting. That's the body language. Pointing out that it's the 3rd time that he's been taken side. Manzi, who's had his pocket picked by Doku. And Donji took his eye off the ball. And Rwanda come away with it. Well, they're using all the breadth of the pitch, Rwanda. And that will suit Benin down to the ground. If Rwanda do that from the halfway line, Benin's tactics are working like a charm. Every white shirt back in his own half, except for Mounier. Occasionally, Dodo Doku. Well won by Roche. Tonji forced to play it off, ball off the pitch. Throw it, taken by Kavita. Sinzi. And that was the only pass on by Kevin Muhire. And so it continues. Possession play by Rwanda, but in their own half. That's the danger. It's repetitive. You've got to keep your focus. Sinzi momentarily took his eye off the ball. Decides to play long. And he can do that all day. And Benin will not mind one jot. Aimless long ball. Straight to the welcoming hands of Danjinu, who goes long himself. Well, he's playing out like a game of footballing chess, this. Hopeful ball forward. There's nothing on that, though, by Almeida. The two teams clearly cancelling each other out. Been a collision there. Bonheur Mugisha on the deck on the right of your picture. And Dodo Doku. Here, there's the clash. Neither team blowing their trumpet at the moment. Neither of them creating anything. If this were a knockout game, you'd be thinking of penalties. Here's a chance though for Rwanda. Quickly taken throw in at the left back, the wing back. Into Mugisha. Mutsinzi. They certainly do in their own defensive half. The ball pass. Back to Mutsinzi. Another way back to Ntwari. Red touch for him. Mutsinzi returns the favour. Certainly return up of foul you can get away with. Doesn't knock the player off balance. Puts him off his stride though. Loses the rhythm of the move. Tricks of the trade. Benin, arguably more experienced than Rwanda in terms of playing at the higher levels of African football. 5 times they've qualified for the Africa Cup of Nations. And they'll be there again in just 2 months' time, would you believe? Rwanda into the final third. Mugisha. Ball into the penalty area. Easily dealt with. It really was meat and drink for this defence. He thought about the pot shot from distance. Teammate took control. Neatly here, Rwanda. Certainly got their fans finding their voice. Ball to the edge of the penalty area. Easily dealt with by Verdon. Change of direction by Sessi Dalmeida. And he plays his domestic football in Azerbaijan, would you believe? There's a switch. Looking for Huntonji. Good first touch. He's going to run at Kavita. Onto his right foot. Trying to bend it around the goal. Well wide of the mark. Well played. Regulation 45. Expect at least 3 minutes to be added on. We've had 3 injury breaks. The first to Jodo Dosu. He thankfully has just got on with it. His control, gets it back again. Studs were up there, but by both players, so they cancelled each other out. Nobody was hurt. Referee didn't blow his whistle. Good officiating, lovely turn, lovely dribble. Into the penalty area. Goalkeeper eventually comes to deny Dodo Doku. There's a split-second hesitation.